Hello, this is Garfoogle you're watching. If you really like this, subscribe. Alright, without further ado, let the video begin! MUGEN!
Wait, we did this.
And I'm doing it again!
Now, as we already have learned, there's a mixture of both good characters and bad characters in MUGEN. But of course, every good player needs to have their main. And my main is Supreme Maori himself, Mario. But what exactly makes Mario such a good and fun character to play as? First, let's look at the competition for the best M.U.G.E.N Mario. Although Mario has a move worth using, though however it's not infinite. As you can see here, he can't just spam it for the entire match. Still does a decent amount of damage though. I'm going to be honest, I do not actually really know how to play as Super Better Mario all that effectively. At least he has some pretty sweet dance moves. Mario's game gallery does anybody even play this guy seriously? At least I was able to glitch him so he could stand in the air. Beautiful mustachioed man he is. Super Mario is a character who definitely shows his age. I mean, his ending literally advertises Melee. And Madness Mario is just a bit too much a meme character for me. Immediately at the start of the match, we get a great look into how much care was put into Mario, as you could select what color palette you want from the start of the match. And these are some of my favorite costumes. Alright, enough talk, let's go to the Mario method. Run up to your enemy and hit their feet. Then hit them up into the air, beat them up in the air, and make sure that they land on the ground. From there, do the exact same thing again, but instead of hitting them to the ground, you grab them, and you make sure that you throw them to the opposite direction. From there, rush to your enemy, rinse, and repeat. There is that combo in real time. Although definitely not impossibly fast, it still takes a decent amount of practice to get down. Which Mario moves should you look out for? Mainly for how good they are. You know, beyond stuff like grabs. Well, first, there's this move, which spikes enemies onto the ground and deals a good amount of damage. And also the spinning fire move, which quite literally makes you a walking hitbox. So yeah, it's overall a pretty safe bet that you'll hit your opponent with this, or at least get through attacks. Well, whatever. But let's ask the real important questions. How much useless information does this guy have? Well, this Mario can wave dash. Well, he has multiple taunts. Some of the hitboxes are a bit weird. That means that moves like this are entirely feasible. Here's a better view at it. This is the other move you could do that with. Alright, but now it's time to see if it's possible for Mario to beat Mario.
Round one. Fight. Oh!
Round 3. Fight.
Admit that it wasn't the easiest thing in the world, and this was cut up. But at least I did eventually beat him. And although I did go through the effort of beating the arcade mode as Mario, I'm going to be honest, there's not really much here that I haven't talked about. I don't know, the Flood's it's a pretty good move. I guess, you know, at this point I'm only just doing arcade mode just because I have to, not because I need to. However, one strange thing is whenever you beat arcade mode as Mario, you don't actually get the congratulations screen that you normally get for other characters. Most MUGEN characters have a congratulations screen after completing their arcade mode, but not Mario. I hope that
You don't actually think I believe that, right?
Are you absolutely sure you could beat him?
Well, yeah, of course I know I could beat him. That's what all my fans say.
That will not
If
work.
anything, I'll go kick his ass to prove it.
So much for being Mario, huh?
Well, no, that was definitely a Garfunkel classic if I've ever seen one. Alright, and if you like that Garfunkel classic, then good news, because you could click on the newest Garfunkel video here. Or if you just want a randomly selected one, or at least I hope it's randomly selected, then click here. If you really want to subscribe, please subscribe. Then click here.